Welcome back after the break. You're watching DD India News Hour. Japan has termed the violation of its airspace by a Chinese military aircraft as utterly unacceptable. The reaction comes a day after Japan scrambled jets and summoned a Chinese embassy official in Tokyo in protest. Japan's chief cabinet secretary Yoshimasa Hayashi said that the airspace breach was not only a serious violation of Japan's sovereignty but also threatened the country's security. The government continues to monitor increasing Chinese military activity near Japan and will be fully prepared for any airspace violation.
This is the first time we have confirmed and publicly announced a breach of our airspace by a Chinese military aircraft since we began taking measures against acts violating our airspace. Such airspace breach by Chinese military aircraft is not only a serious violation of Japan's sovereignty, but it also threatens our security, which is utterly unacceptable.
All right, Chris Gilbert joins us from Tokyo for more on this. Chris, now this airspace violation happened on Monday morning. Help us understand how grave is this alleged airspace violation by China?
Well, I've been on the phone to a couple of political scientists and international relations experts here in Tokyo, asking them exactly the same question. And look, it's rare. It's the first time that this has happened by a Chinese military plane. But it's not the first time that this has really happened. In 2012, a Chinese maritime plane entered the Senkaku Island area, as did a drone in 2017. That's a different area, much further, away from Japan, closer to Taiwan, but disputed between the two countries. And look, the politicians are, having a field day with this. We just heard Chief Cabinet Secretary Hayashi saying that it's totally unacceptable. It's a breach of sovereignty. It's not unusual for Japanese politicians to try and make the most of these opportunities, as one political expert told me this morning, to keep the embers burning. For their political ends, because China is Japan's #1 security challenger in the region, according to Japan's own national security policy. It is, however, Japan's closest trading partner, and those two countries have been wedded by trade, and that really trumps any issues like this. The Defense Ministry is also playing this down, saying that Japan cannot yet overreact until it has determined whether this is intentional or not. And it does seem, according to the Defense Ministry at least, that the aircraft has just grazed for a couple of minutes Japanese territory, and it may simply have drifted off course. But as I say, Chief Cabinet Secretary Hayashi, the Defense Minister, are certainly saying that this is unacceptable and have urged China to assure them that this will not happen again.
All right. Now, this is the first time you tell us that a Chinese military aircraft had breached Japan's airspace. Chris, do we know anything more about China's response, China's reaction on the allegations put forth by Japan?
There has been no immediate response at the moment. I believe China's Ministry of Foreign Affairs just held their morning press briefing, and at the moment the latest newsline really is this reaction from Japan, with the strong comments coming from Chief Cabinet Secretary Hayashi at his morning presser here in Tokyo, that this is totally unacceptable and is a breach of sovereignty. And as I say, the Defense Ministry is waiting for some kind of explanation from China that will be at minimum expected from the Diet and from Tokyo. It is a relatively serious concern that a Chinese military plane in particular entered Japan's airspace without any previous warning, any notice, or any request for permission. So it is something that Tokyo is taking very seriously, and there will be expectations of analysis by the Defense Ministry and perhaps some kind of explanation or reaction from Beijing.
All right, Chris, we leave it here. Thank you for joining in with those details.